In this lecture, we discuss about the fundamental theorem of group homomorphism. So in the last lecture, what is the kernel of homomorphism, and taking theorem on kernel of homomorphism. So what is the fundamental theorem of group homomorphism? So what is the theorem here? So theorem, if f is a function from g to g dash, is an onto homomorphism, with k is the kernel of a function, then the quotient group g by k, is isomorphic to g dash, So this is the fundamental theorem of algebra, where g and g dash with the group f is a function from g to g dash, is onto homomorphism, and k is the kernel of function f. Then prove that the quotient group g by k is isomorphic to g dash. Okay. So what is the kernel f? So what is the kernel f? So we write here simply definition: kernel of f is the set of all such x of x belongs to g such that fx is equal to e dash. So we revise the definition again. So what is the kernel of f? Is the set of all x where fx is equal to e dash. So that is the kernel of f definition here. So here clearly, so k is the kernel of f, then the kernel of f is a normal subgroup of g. So we prove that the theorem in the last lecture. So if k is the kernel of f, then the k is the normal subgroup of g. So clearly here. So hence to prove that though g by k quotient group and g dash are isomorphic to each other. So here the function defined like that, phi is a function from the quotient group g by k to g dash, defined by phi of k. So what is the quotient group? G by k. So g by k is the quotient group. It is a set of all cosets. So that is the phi of k. K is the element of g by k. G by k is a quotient group, and we know the definition of quotient group. So this is a quotient group. G by k is the set of all right cosets or left cosets of k. So k is a set here. So into a, so this is the right coset. So this is the element from g by k quotient group. So phi of k is f of a. So f of a is the image of a in g dash. Okay, so a belongs to g. So function is defined here. So f is an onto homomorphism. So we prove that this quotient group and g dash is isomorphic. So for that we have to prove here the function f is well defined first. Phi is well defined. Then phi is 1, 1. Then phi is onto. And also phi is homomorphism. Here f is homomorphism. That is given here. But we prove phi is also homomorphism. If the function phi is well defined, phi is 1, 1, phi is onto, and phi is homomorphism, then the phi is isomorphic function. Therefore, these two sets are isomorphic here. Okay. First, so prove that phi is well defined. So this is a proving here. Phi is well defined. So the function is given here. Phi of k is equal to f of a. So let k taking here, consider k is equal to kb, where a and b are the elements of g here. K is equal to kb. Then k is equal to kb implies that ab inverse belongs to k. So k is equal to kb implies that ab inverse belongs to k. Why? Because K is a kernel of F and K is a normal subgroup. K is a normal subgroup. And K is a subgroup. Then AB inverse belongs to K. So this is the theorem here. So AB inverse belongs to K. Then K is a subgroup of G. And K is a normal subgroup. So AB inverse belongs to K here. Okay. So then function apply here. So function F of AB inverse. So just what happened? So AB inverse belongs to K. So what is the definition of K? Kernel F. K is a kernel F. So that is what is the kernel F? So this is a definition, simple definition. So for revision here. So that is, it is a set of all such X element where Fx is equal to E dash. If AB inverse is the element of A, if AB inverse is the element of K, then certainly kernel of F, then AB inverse is E dash. AB inverse is E dash. So F of AB inverse is E dash. So F of X is E dash. So that is F of AB inverse is equal to E dash. Okay? Okay. So since F is a homomorphism, F is a homomorphism. So that is given here. F is homomorphism, then F of AB is equal to F of A into F of B. So F of AB inverse can be written as F of A into F of B inverse is equal to E dash. So since F is a homomorphism, so therefore, so this implies that F of A is equal to F of B. How it implies? So we multiply to both sides. Here multiplying by F of B here. Multiplying F of B here. And also F of B. So E dash into F of B is F of B. And F of B into F of B inverse is identity element. So F A is equal to FB. But F A is equal to FB. So F A is equal to what? F A is equal to phi of K. So phi of K. F of B is equal to what? Phi of KB. So K is equal to KB. Ka is equal to KB implies that phi of K is equal to phi of KB. Then phi is a well-defined function. So this is the first part. So Ka is equal to KB implies that phi of K is equal to phi of KB. Therefore, phi is a well-defined function. What is the second? So we prove that phi is a one-to-one function. One-to-one function. Okay? Means what? Phi of K is equal to phi of KB implies that Ka is equal to KB. Then phi is a one-to-one function. So again repeat here. So phi of K is equal to phi of KB implies that Ka is equal to KB. Then phi is a one-to-one function. So what is this? Phi of K, let's consider phi of K is equal to phi of KB. Phi of K is equal to phi of KB. But what is phi of K? Phi of K is F of A. So definition is given here. Defined here. Function phi. So phi of K is equal to F of A. Phi of KB is equal to F of B. Okay. So then this implies that. So what is this? So we multiplying this by FB inverse to left hand side and FB inverse to right hand side. Okay. So by multiplying F of B inverse, F of B its inverse to left and right side, then we get this here. Okay. Then what happened? So F of B its inverse is F of B inverse by theorem. F of B its inverse is F of B inverse. And F of B into F of B inverse is identity element E dash. So this is a definition of existence of inverse. Okay. Because G dash is also group. So F of B into F of B its inverse is E dash. Okay. Then again by F is a homomorphism. Then this can be written as F of AB inverse. What is a homomorphism definition? So F of AB inverse is equal to E dash. So F of AB inverse is equal to E dash. So therefore what? AB inverse belongs to K by definition of kernel of a function. Okay, by definition of kernel of a K. So by property of cosets. So AB inverse K is a normal subgroup. Then K is equal to KB. So we already proved this theorem in the previous lecture. So that is K is equal to KB. So therefore phi of K is equal to phi of KB implies that K is equal to KB. Then phi is 1-to-1 function. Therefore phi is 1-to-1. 1-to-1. Okay, 1-to-1 function. Okay, this is proof here. So what is third? Phi is onto. So prove that phi is onto. Let y be the element of z dash. Since f is the onto function, so f is onto, that is given. F is onto function, so that is given. F is onto. Then there exists y is equal to f of a. Okay, is equal to f of a. So that is so something z, and this is z dash. With the two groups here, z dash. Here is a function from this. So what happened here? So y, this is y. Here, this is a. Then what is a? This is a function. So this is what? F of a. So onto function means, so a maps to this. So that is f of a is equal to y. So there is a pre-image in G also. Then there exists y is equal to f of a. For every f of a of z dash, f of a of z dash, f of a of z dash, there exists a coset k of g by k. Because f is onto function, then there exists k of g of k such that phi of k is equal to f of a. Therefore phi is a onto function. Okay, onto function. So we proving here phi is well defined, phi is 1-to-1, phi is onto. Then we have to prove that phi is a homomorphism. Here f is homomorphism, that is given. So we define here phi of k is equal to, we define this function phi. F is onto, f is homomorphism, no doubt. But we prove this phi is homomorphism also. So phi is a homomorphism. Okay, that is proving here. So k and kb are the elements of the quotient group G by K. So what is a quotient group? So this is a quotient group. G by K is nothing but, G by K is nothing but it is a set of cosets. Right or left cosets. Okay. That is K, KB and so on. Okay. So K and KB, because this is set of set of cosets. Left coset or right coset. So we take elements K and KB from the quotient group. So that is G by K, where A and B belongs to G, A and B are the elements of G. So consider phi of K into KB. So this is phi of K into EB. So that is very simple. Phi of K into EB. So by definition of this, phi of K is equal to f of A. So phi of KB is equal to f of AB. F of AB. But f of AB. But f is a homomorphism. So f of AB can be written as FA into FB. FA into FB. But what is FA? FA is what? FA is phi of K. What is f of B? Phi of KB. So phi of K into KB is equal to phi of K into phi of KB. Therefore phi is homomorphism. Phi is homomorphism. Therefore, if phi is a function is well defined, phi defined here, phi defined from quotient group to G dash. So that function is well defined. Phi is 1-to-1, phi is onto, and phi is homomorphism. Therefore, phi is isomorphic. Therefore, phi is isomorphic. Isomorphic. What is the definition of isomorphic? Isomorphic from G by K, so that is the quotient group, to G dash. So by using this. Therefore, so this is a simply, so this meaning of this is this. G by K is isomorphic to G dash. So this is the theorem proved here. So this is the fundamental theorem of group homomorphism. So this is the most important theorem, and proof is very simple here. So first we prove phi is well defined. Phi is defined already. then phi is well defined, phi is 1, 1, phi is onto, phi is homomorphism, then automatically phi is isomorphic function from quotient group G by K to G dash here. Okay. So now, next theorem. Theorem. So, this is a theorem related to isomorphism. So, previous theorem is related to homomorphism. So, this is also theorem related to isomorphism. So, it is a theorem if f is a function from G to G dash is an isomorphism. Is an isomorphism. Isomorphism and A is any element of G then order of f of A is equal to order of A. So that is proving it. Order of f of A is equal to order of A. So what is f of A? F of A is the image of A. So f is a function from G dash. So f of A is the image. So this is image in G dash. So A is the element of G. Okay. Then order of f of A is equal to order of A. So that is very simple here. So proof. So what is left? So f is a function from G to G dash is an isomorphism. Is an isomorphism from G to G dash here, from G to G dash. So we have to prove that. We have to prove that. So what is order of f of A is equal to order of A. So first we prove. So that is, we have to prove that. So let order of A is equal to m and m be a finite. So what is the definition of order of A? So order of A is what here? So order of A is m and m is a finite. Then this implies that. So order of A is equal to m implies that. What is the definition of order of an element in a group? So order of A is m. Then A raised to m is equal to E. If A raised to m is equal to E, then m is order of that element. So we have already studied. So what is that? We've taken many theorem. Okay, so order of A is equal to m is equal to A raised to m is equal to E, where E is an identity element. Where E is an identity element. Identity element in G is an identity element in G. So what happened? So this implies that what happened? So this is equal to. So we apply function from A raised to m is equal to f of E. So this is equal to. This implies that this here. So what happens? So this is equal to. This implies that. So what is this? A into A raised to m means A into A into A. So that is m times. M times. So that is f of E. F of E is what? So that is E dash. F of E is E dash. Okay. So then what happens? So this implies that f of A into A into A into m times. This means f of A into f of A into m times by, if f is a homomorphism, so f of AB is equal to f of A into f of B. So f of A into A into A into m times. So this can be written as f A into f A into f A into m times. Why? Since f is a homomorphism. Since f is a homomorphism. Okay, f is a homomorphism. So we write this in this form here. So this equal to. So what happened here? So this is what? So Fa raised to m. So this into this m times. So this is E dash. So E dash. So what happened here? So this is what? So this is what here? So order of f of a is less than equal to m. It may be m or less than equal to m. Okay, so this implies that. What is m? M is what? So this is order of a. So order of f of a is less than equal to m is order of a. So this is part 1. Okay, this is part 1. So conversely, we prove that also let order of f of a, we take here order of f of a is equal to n. So n is finite here. Order of f of a is equal to n, we take. So this is prove here. This is order of f of a is less than equal to order of a. So conversely, we prove that what? Order of a less than equal to order of f of a. So for that, we take here order of f of a is equal to n. So then, so this implies that what happened here? Then, order of f of a is equal to n implies that by definition of order of an element. So f of a is element and order of f of a, this is element. Order of f of a is equal to n. Then by definition of order of an element, so that is f of a raised to n is equal to e dash by definition. So okay, so this implies that, so that the f of a into f of a into f of a, how many times? N times. N times is equal to e dash. Okay, is equal to e dash. So then by homomorphism, f is a homomorphism. So this equal to f is a homomorphism function. So this can be written as a into a n times n times is equal to e dash. So this implies that f of a raised to n is equal to e dash. A raised to n is equal to e dash. Okay. So this implies that a raised to n. So what is this? So then what happened? So f of a raised to n. So this implies that a raised to n. So this is equal to something. E dash means this can be written as f of e. F of e is e dash. Since f is a homomorphism, so f of e is equal to e dash. There is a theorem. So that is, so this is equal to e. Why? Because f is isomorphism. So this is f is a 1-1. So this can be written as this. Because f is a 1-to-1 function. 1-to-1 function. Therefore, since f is 1-to-1. Okay? 1-to-1. So this implies that. So what is this? A raised to n is what? A raised to n. So this implies that here order of a is less than equal to order of f of a. So that is 1 and 2. Okay, a raised to n is order of a less than equal to order of f of a. So therefore, because order of f of a is n, this is n, and order of a is equal to n or less than equal to n. Okay, so order of f is n. So we write this. So from 1 and 2, so from 1 and 2, order of a is equal to order of f of a. Hence the result here. Hence the result. So theorem is proved. So very simple theorem. So we take another theorem for isomorphism. So what is the theorem here? Is an isomorphism. Take another theorem. So F is a function from G to G dash is an isomorphism and G is an abelian group. Abelian group. Then G dash is also abelian group. So that is proving. If F is a function from G to G dash, so this function is isomorphism from G to G dash. And if G is a abelian group, then prove that G dash is also abelian group. So what is the definition of abelian group? So if group G is said to be abelian group and X and Y are the elements of G, okay, then the group G is said to be abelian group if the commutative property holds there. So xy is equal to y into x. X into y is equal to y into x. So that is the definition of abelian group. So proof is very simple here. So proof. Let F is a function from G to G dash, G dash be an isomorphism. Okay, and G is an abelian group. Then prove that G dash is also abelian. Then prove that G dash is also abelian. Okay, let X dash, Y dash are the elements from group G dash. Since F is onto because F is isomorphism, then it must be onto function. Since F is onto, there exists xy belongs to G such that x dash is equal to fx and y dash is equal to f of y. Okay? So there exists x dash, y dash are the elements of G. And F is onto function, then x dash has pre-image. Okay? Therefore x dash is equal to fx. So that is G and G dash. So F is a function. So this is x. So this is x dash. So this is the function F. Y dash. Okay? So what is x dash? So this is onto function. Every element of G dash have pre-image. Then onto. So what is x dash? So that is fx. What is y dash? That is fy. Okay? So we write here x dash is equal to fx and y dash is equal to fy. Consider x dash y dash is equal to what happened by definition this. So that is fx into f of y. Okay. So since f is a homomorphism, so the fx into fy can be written as f of x into y. Since f is a homomorphism. So why f is isomorphism, then f must be a homomorphism, because what is the definition? So a function f is a homomorphism 1 onto, then f is isomorphism. So f is isomorphism. Okay, so this is equal to, so what is this? F of xy, y into x. Okay, so why it is xy is equal to y into x, xy is equal to yx, because G is an abelian group. So G. Okay, so this can be written as, again F is a homomorphism, so that is fy into fx. So what is fy? So that is y dash. What is fx? This is x dash. So we get here x dash into y dash is equal to y dash into x dash. So what is this? So these are the elements in G dash. And in G dash group, x dash into y dash equal to y dash into x dash, then the community property holds there. Therefore, G dash is an abelian group. So proof is very simple here, abelian group. Okay? So we prove this theorem here. So in this lecture we stop here. So for the next lecture we taking some examples. Thank you. Boom,